pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for making this a great place to be every day. Work hard, be nice, and have a peaceful day.
Brand new student comes in to my class. The first thing I do is just try to make them feel welcome. So before I teach any English at all, making sure that they feel like Shuckson is a place that they're going to be safe, that we are happy that they're here, and that, just a smile and it's going to be okay.
Our superintendent put a huge support and focus around supporting our English language learners. As a part of that, Katie's position was created as an ELL specialist. Our building is 12% English language learners. So her role is to not just teach our level 1 newcomers, but to be out supporting students in classrooms and supporting our teachers and knowing the best strategies to help all kids learn, but strategies that are essential for our English language learners.
To me, what really makes Katie stand out is that it's not just her students in her classroom. It's helping all of us meet all of our student needs. And when I walk around in other classrooms in other buildings, I can see things that are because of Katie Brown. And I don't see things in other teachers' classrooms in a different middle school that are because of Erin Meese.
A school has to decide on their philosophy for supporting ELL students. So here at Shuckson, there's only one of me. And we have 118 students here who speak English as a second language. So when you think about where you're gonna get the biggest bang for your buck, I could go and try to support kids in their individual classrooms throughout the day, and I might hit 6, 7, 8 students. But instead, I'm focusing my efforts on supporting teachers and professional development and coaching, and then those teachers are out in their classrooms teaching all of the students all the time.
Katie helps because she admittedly is not great at math. So if there's anything that I want to teach somebody, if I can teach it to her, then my chances of actually getting other kids to understand it go up dramatically. So she'll take a look at something. She's like, I don't get this, 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 and this.
Every student in the class is learning a language. They're all learning the language of science. They're all learning the language of math, the language of social studies. So even though I'm an ELL specialist, we still see all of our students as language learners. They all have to learn how to use words like justify, identify, compare, all those words we talk about. So what sheltered instruction is how to teach content with language at the same time. And so students are acquiring both. And that's excellent for all students, but essential for ELL students.
When she works with us, she provides a lot of resources, but then also facilitates in a way that's very non-threatening and very team-oriented. And I think all of us, our confidence is built, and just our sense of pride and effectiveness has grown because of the work that Katie does with us.
Katie is a strong teacher who is all about helping people get better, not about that there's a right answer.
So Sciop is Sheltered Instruction Observation Protocol. Yeah, so it's kind of like our framework or checklist for lesson planning and delivering lessons.
When she started last year, if she implemented it as, here's Sciop, go do it, I think a lot of us would have crashed and burned because it's a very big program. There's a lot of components to it, a lot of features to it. She was able to take all of those things that could have been overwhelming to a teacher, and even some teachers could have taken it as maybe they're not doing something right. She was able to take it and give it to us in a way where it was very non-threatening and provide the information to us in a very hands-on approach way. So she showed us, like this morning, she showed us hands-on an activity that we can now take back to our classroom. And she's able to explain how it works, and we're able to see how it works. And a lot of the things that she's been able to do, teachers go back and use it that day.
I'd say 75% of the time that I'm developing a lesson or I teach a lesson and I get excited about it, I'm running over to Katie's room to show her what I've done or to ask her a question, and to have someone in the building who's there to help us work on our craft to meet student needs, that's just huge.
So I have teacher support, student support, and then the third prong is family engagement. And that's where my responsibility is to make sure I'm engaging all families who speak English as a second language in our building. So that might be advocating for them. I provide ELL family nights every other month.
One particular night that she did, the whole ELL night was about why it was important for the parents to keep that language at home. And it was fascinating because she went from the scientific point of view to the everyday thing to they get a better job when they grow up.
One of the reasons I ended up winning Teacher of the Year was because of the work that our whole building, Shuckson and families and students have been doing with ELL, which means with students who have English as their second language. And we've been seeing over the last few years, since my position started, that the number of ELL students who are passing the reading state test every year is growing by about 20% every year.
Teachers used to come to me with before her position was created, and now it's like I don't hear from the teacher because before I hear, or sometimes they email me and include Katie, and before I have even time to respond, she already say, "Oh, I'll take care of that. I already called the interpreter. I already did this and already." That's how she is.
My number one message, I think, would also be that we can't have Common Core, TPEP, all of these very important initiatives coming at us without professional development and time during the school day for teachers to talk to each other about the Common Core and TPEP, to explore ideas like we were doing this morning, sharing strategies, that if we just put it in schools and expect it to happen, then it's not going to be as effective as it could be. And so we have to build in that time in our school day to collaborate with each other around it and to take it on as a team and not expect individual teachers to kind of navigate that on their own.
The work that she's doing is helping us become better teachers for all of our kids. And I think that's where it blossoms outside of just her role as ELL, is that the good strategies that she's teaching us are impacting all of our students.
Having others' ideas, that's what we want our students to do. So it's been a really great shift in the way we work together. There's not a sense of fear of admitting, I need help, I don't know how to do this, because then we are all helping to solve that problem, and Katie's played a huge part in that.
It's not my award, it's the school's award. That's their data. It's not my data. So I'm providing the experiences and the opportunities and the coaching, but the teachers are going back to their classrooms and teaching the students who are then making growth. And I think that's a great example of effective use of a coach or a resource.